Hello and welcome back to Beauty in Forex. My name is Miss Nguma, and in this video we're going to be talking about the terminologies used in Forex. I think it's important to mention them because going on we are going to be mentioning them, so just that you understand what we're talking about. So if you're interested, kindly watch till the end and let's jump right into it. The first terminology is something we have already been introduced to. That's the bid and ask price. Now, all currencies, as we have said earlier, are traded in pairs. So there has to be two currencies, either from two different countries or two different states. So the bid and the ask price, bid is the first currency and ask is the second currency. Now the first currency is also called bullish and the second one is also called bearish. It's also called base and it's also called quote. So base is the first pair and quote is the second pair. The second terminology is spread. Now, as we have said, the first pair is bid and the second pair is ask. The difference between the bid and the ask is the spread. The third terminology we are going to tackle is candlesticks. Candlesticks are what forms the pattern in which we trade in forex trading. So this means the black and the white, the green and the red you see on the screen, depending on what the background is what the candlesticks are. Candlesticks form to make the trend in which the market is heading to. The fourth terminology is pair. Pair is which market have you opened. So if I asked you which pair are you trading, it's easy for you to tell me Euro USD or USD JPY. So pair is which market have you opened, which trade are you trading. The fifth terminology I'm going to introduce to you is exchange ratio. Exchange ratio is the value of currency 1 in exchange to currency 2. Point number 6 is pips. Pips is how many points upwards or downwards a candlestick have traveled, and this gives us how much profit you're going to make or how much loss you're going to make in a specific trade. Terminology number 7 is going to be take profit and stop loss. Take profit is how much profit you're willing to take. Now, how you calculate take profit is how many you calculate it in terms of pips. Now, you put your take profit at how many pips you want to take your profit at, and the stop loss is how much loss you're willing to take in. So you put your stop loss at how much money you're willing to lose at a particular trade. The 8th terminology I'm going to introduce to you guys is leverage and margin. So leverage is a ratio of capital used in a specific transaction to how much security deposited. This is basically how much larger you can trade according to your capital. Now, margin is the opposite. The opposite is the truth. Margin is the limit into which, the maximum limit into which you can trade. Terminology number 9 is swap. SWAP. This stands for how much money your broker charges you depending on how much long you've held your trade. For a day trader, this is not something needed, but for long-term traders, swap is important because the broker that you use charges you a specific amount of money for holding your trade past every 24 hours. The 10th and not the least terminology I'm going to introduce is lot size. By now we know that currency is measured in pips, which is the smallest increment in that specific currency. So lot size is when you take advantage of how many pips you get, how much money you get out of whatever specific pips. What I'm saying is, if assuming a market has traveled 20 pips, you can get 20 shillings or 200 shillings or even 2,000 shillings depending on how much lot size you used. The pips do not change, but the larger the lot size, the more the profit. The lower the lot size, the less the profit. The least is 0.01 and the maximum goes to the maximum numbers there are. Thank you for watching this video, and if you found value into it, give it a thumbs up and share widely. Don't forget to subscribe and to turn the notification bell, and also to do good and to make the world a better place with what you have and where you are. See you into the next video. Goodbye.